Hello, everyone, and welcome to Weaverbirds Live TV with me, Karen Weaver, and Emma Weaver.
Emma Weaver.
This week, we're talking about gratitude, and I have to say that there's not going to be much of chat about my week that was because I was sick and I was getting better. So it was a
Yes.
nice, slow healing week, which I did, and feel much better. I got so many messages last week saying, "Oh, you sound sick. Are you okay?"
You were pretty sick, to be fair, now, and you soldiered on. You showed up.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I watched back. I didn't realize how bunged up I sounded. So I'm grateful this week that I'm feeling so much better.
I'm sure, I know we're talking about gratitude, we're kind of slided in here unintentionally, but it's a lovely position to be in, and I'm sure you showed gratitude during the week that you were
Mm.
able to, go at a slower pace to allow yourself to heal instead of being part of that grind where you had to get up and everything. I'm sure it was a struggle, and you probably had plenty to do during the week. However, you could pull back a bit because of the life by design that you live.
Oh my God. I really am grateful that I can do that. And like I practically cleared my calendar and just been, so it was kind of a convenient sickness because I wrote my next book, The Law of Love. And I think being in that energy itself was beautiful. And there was actually a chapter in it about love, self-love and healing. So there was all of that kind of stuff. And I wasn't really, I sounded worse than I was, but I just needed to go slow and was mindful of that and just grateful that I could. So
Yeah.
it was actually it was actually a nice week.
That's good. That's good. And it's good to be
Yeah.
able to do it when you need to as well. And
Yeah.
be fair, it's not too often you're sick, to be honest with you. And even
Never
when you
sick.
were sick, you still came forward and for this.
Mhm. Oh yeah, well
We
this
are
is
grateful. We're grateful you did it.
this fills my cup too. That's it. Us catching up on my Friday morning, your Thursday evening is always such a priority. It's like we can't
It's
miss
good.
the Weaver show.
It's good. It's good. So this week we're talking about gratitude and something that
Mhm.
I haven't told you yet. Something arrived.
Oh, Kim, that's
It
awesome.
came, so I thought I'd surprise you on Weaverbirds. So this is your absolute reaction to me receiving it, and you know what I like about books, holding it and smelling it, and the cover is amazing, and oh my goodness, I could just eat it, and obviously I went through it all, but the section in gratitude's lovely, Karen, because you talk about the gift in gratitude, and I bet you
Mhm.
not a lot of people think of gratitude like that. So I suppose to go back to the start, we've always talked about gratitude, and it's only
Mhm.
something that I have really taken on in the last couple of years in terms of every day writing down what I'm grateful for and really implementing it and really encouraging other people to do it and sitting back and watching amazing things happen on the basis of that. However, you've been doing it for years, and I know that because it was years and years and years ago you first set out your journals. Because like I have the very first edition.
Gratitude journal. This
Yay!
this was featured in an Irish. Would you believe this was featured in an Irish Christmas gift guide one time, and I don't know how it got on there. And it sold like hotcakes. I think it was 2018 or 2017. And I was like, wow, this is definitely my bestseller by
Yeah.
far. And it's just, it's quite simple. But I made up little quotes myself, gratitude quotes, and put them in there. I think I created those in 2015, and then we had
It's
them
years ago,
redesigned.
Karen, because I have your gratitude journals and your inspiration journals, and there's a different cover on them. So that's how
Yeah, they were the
long
first
you're
ones.
talking about gratitude. And I like the simplicity of the inside of these. So there's no distractions. You just are expressing your gratitude, and there is different formats of different journals, and I even know some people that just literally every day get a blank sheet of paper and put their own headings on it. What am I grateful for? What
Mhm.
three things am I going to do today? write the quote at the bottom of it, you know. So I
Mhm.
suppose different people do different ways. I just personally like the simplicity of it, where you write down what you're grateful for, and the color, of course, is my favorite colors, which is black and gold. So that would have attracted me to it. But there is something in it, and you know how you know there's something in it, because you notice the difference in your how you're feeling or your mood, whatever you want to say, when you don't do it.
Mhm. Do you know what, Emma? It's really funny. There's two things about gratitude I want to share. And anybody who's watching, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Let us know you're here. And also share with us what you're grateful for today, or any tips that you have around gratitude, or your own thoughts and views around it. Join us in conversation here, and we might share your comment on screen. But there's a few things about gratitude that I love. So absolutely, it's a gift. Rhonda Byrne calls it the magic. You know the book, The Magic? It's all about
Yes.
gratitude and the power of gratitude. But I call it the gift in gratitude. It's not only a gift to the person that receives it, it's a gift to yourself for giving. Because when you give, you set this energetic flow in motion, and it automatically, when you give gratitude with all of your heart, it puts you onto this beautiful energy, this high frequency of receiving. So gratitude is absolutely, it's a hack for the law of attraction. So
Yes.
that's why a lot of people embrace gratitude, is because not just for selfish reasons, but it makes sense to 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 be grateful, because it has that energetic influence on your life. And another thing is, in my life magic mastery group, we've been doing the gratitude challenge. We started it at the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic hit here, and we done gratitude every single day for those 366 days, because it was a leap year. Because we called it this 365-day challenge, and it was actually a 366-day challenge.
That
But
is
we didn't
typical.
focus on that. We focused on the gratitude. But every single day, and you know what it was, and the feedback, and I'm writing this in the book, The Gift of Gratitude, because it's not released yet, is what it did for people, and the feedback we got is that it pulled people. There's so much going on in news, so much going on
Yeah.
in energy around everybody, whether you're watching news or not. You could feel the energy of the world, and how everything was changing, and the fear, and all of those really intense, not really, helpful energies. But when you pulled yourself back to gratitude, it was like click and reset. So
Yeah.
you remember those mindful moments we talked about. Gratitude is that, and when you stop and reflect on the day that was, or the day you want to manifest, you can do gratitude is probably more powerful at the beginning of the day, end of the day, but you can do gratitude anytime, and express it openly with people. Don't be embarrassed to be grateful.
Yes.
And be observant of how people receive that from you. I had to be very aware of how I was receiving gratitude, because I would give it openly, but I wasn't receiving it openly. So now I'm like, oh, thank you for that compliment. I'm really grateful, instead of going, oh, yeah, my hair was probably better last week. And instead, those kinds of
Yes.
things I go, thank you so much. I am very grateful for your compliment. And I would take it on board, and put it in a nice, beautiful spot. So, just with that, that consistent, conscious gratitude, and
Yes.
whether it's for a small thing or a big thing, the energy is still the same that comes from it. I'm just going to share Peace's message here. Hello, Peace.
Hi, peace. Grateful for connection. That is lovely.
Well, Peace is the super connector. She's a super connector, and connection is absolutely, oh, it's like gratitude on steroids, really.
But you
When you
are right, because even I've noticed that, and I think it might have been Cleona, that whenever we were in a group one day, and she was saying, accept graciously. So if somebody gives you a compliment, say, I would graciously accept that, or it's the same with other things as well, because we're just naturally, someone will say to me, oh my goodness, that dress you're wearing is lovely. And I go, oh, I got it, and such, and just play it off, instead of going, thank you very much, that it's lovely to hear that, or I needed to hear that today, or I would accept your compliment graciously. As you say, we're always, so it's about being grateful to other people when, to receive it every bit as much
Mm.
as it is where we're talking about being grateful to receive. It's harder sometimes to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, the resistance to it, it's just an automatic reaction. It's just a human trait, I
Yeah.
suppose, but we have to just rewire our brains, which is quite easy with that little bit of just being
Yeah.
conscious and mindful
Well,
of
I
it.
think you need to do it every day. I think I say
Oh,
this all the time. Consistency is key. So the gift and gratitude, Karen, you kind of went through 7 different ideas of gifts. Is it alright if I just go through them just to kind of give a wee
yeah,
idea of your thought?
please do.
So it is. I'm grateful every day, ensuring that I will have something to be grateful for every day. I give every day without expectation, and yet will know my giving will return. So there's just a
Mm.
knowing in it as well. I love the way that all the words wrap around in these. I'm equally grateful for the smaller gifts as I am for the bigger ones. And that's
Mhm.
important, isn't it? To be grateful for everything. Gratitude is a daily practice in my life. So consistency is key. So it's not even about, I write mine in the morning, so it's not even about getting up every morning and writing it, which I do, but it's about, as you say, consciously doing it throughout the
Mhm.
day, all day. Don't just write it down and then that's it, done.
Becomes
Keep it in
part of
your
your DNA,
thoughts.
Emma.
Yeah,
Becomes part of your DNA. And those are actually affirmations
yeah,
that if you're struggling to be grateful, that's
yes.
what those are for. Capture one of them and just kind of affirm it to yourself, and it'll help
Nurture it.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
nurture it.
help it yeah, nurture it, and it gives you that, it brings it to your essence, it just
Yes.
brings it into you and into your heart, and which then can ignite and put a ball in motion for something, because affirmations are a way of tricking your brain into to thinking something. I do affirmations a lot. If I have an ailment and I go to Louise Hayes, You Will Heal Your Life.
Yes.
And I look, if you say something's wrong with you physically, I go to Louise Hayes' book and I find out the spiritual reasoning for that happening, and then the affirmation that goes with it. And if you keep saying that, have it written down and keep saying that to yourself, it does something in your body. And you know what? I can't explain why gratitude is, but I just know that it shifts your energy, it shifts your focus from negative to positive, and there's always something to be grateful for in every day.
Yeah.
An attitude of gratitude is always the way to go. That is just the way to go.
For sure. And we need to learn it.
Yeah.
Um,
Morning,
like
Ali.
I bask in the energy gratitude brings. I know that gratitude costs me nothing and yet reaps the most fruitful rewards. Now that is powerful. It costs nothing
Yeah.
and yet
There's
the
no investment,
rewards are
only,
unbelievable.
yeah. The only investment in gratitude is a little bit of time and a lot of love. You put love and intention into gratitude, it super fuels it,
Oh,
and it's
totally.
just like,
And it can raise the
and
vibration.
you remember I talk about, oh, absolutely, it raises your vibration. So it brings you from, if you're feeling, just meh,
Mhm.
it brings you up. It just does it. It just does it. And I remember, was it last week or the week before? I think it might have been week 1. I said, I walked out onto my patio and my heart just opened and nearly burst with the love and the joy and the gratitude that I have for my life. Like, everybody has the opportunity to do that with a shift in perspective, with an open heart, and you know, just being grateful for what you have, and then you will have more in the future. It's just that
For
Emma,
sure.
Emma's punching the screen there. Did you see
I'm
that,
not.
guys?
There was something caught on the screen. I thought I need to change it. I should have kind of came from this way, shouldn't I?
Oh, hilarious.
um,
Sinead, hello, Sinead. Sinead,
and
I
the
was
last one is
very grateful for those my 20s with you.
lots of life lessons learned. Um, so my heart is filled with gratitude. So that's cool. Oh, look at Ali. Grateful for everything in my life, especially family and my job. That's lovely.
Well, see, Ali is grateful for all of that, but she's as same as me. She gets to live life by design, and so does, and peace as well. Whenever you get to get up and do what you're really passionate about, Like it's a very special thing, and
It's a
you're going to be
game
grateful for
changer,
that.
isn't it? Like, I mean, it's a real shift.
When your time's your own, and yes, we can fill up every single moment in the clock and maybe even double book things. I do that quite regularly, but everything seems to flow and entwine into it. You can manage it, maneuver it better because you are the owner of your own time,
Yeah.
and so every single moment is important. But then you're also the owner of your own time whenever you need to take a break and
Yes.
pause. You know,
You showed that this week. That was good.
Yeah, it was a really actually really good week. I'm not going to say, it's just nice to
Uh,
hit reset and
yeah.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure, for sure. And then another thing you put in the book, because you know how visual I am, is the cycle of gratitude.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
lovely visual. I suppose I'm just
Well,
not
the
obsessed
reason
with your
why
book because I've only
did
got
the
it.
visual, yeah, we did the
Yeah.
visual is because then you can see the motions of it and how it evolves and how gratitude can evolve.
Yeah.
It's just a special thing for, and sorry guys, you have to get the book if you want to know the cycle of gratitude.
But I thought it was lovely. Because it was a lovely. It is a visual kind of book anyway. But in terms of gratitude, I thought that was lovely.
Well, the purpose of the Conquer Kit is, and what's really exciting is, and I am so grateful for inspired thoughts, and I'm so grateful that I'm aware of inspired thoughts
Yes.
because I act on them quite regularly, and it got me I had my amazing call last night, which went really really well. But my inspired thought around these teachings, because when I was with Peace and Katie in Mission Beach a month ago, can you believe it's a month ago? And
Oh
guys,
my
by the way,
goodness.
yeah, it's a new moon, so be aware of all the feels and all the energies that's happening around you. But so, and if any people are crazy, just understand that that's why they are. It usually brings out if people are not living their passion or their purpose, they feel unsettled and called to things, and so it unsettles them. But anyway, um, what was I talking about? Inspired thoughts. So for that book, when I was with Peace and Katie, it came to me, which I didn't expect it to or anything, just came to me that my job as an author, as KP Weaver, is to awaken those who sleep. This is what came to me and never came to me before. So to be that bridge between a closed mind and an open mind with endless possibilities, and to understand that. And that's why, you know, the way there's all these philosophical books and they're very deep and you have to find the message. I just straight to the point. I just go, this is this and this and this is what I'm saying. And then I bring in some of my own personal scenarios for people to learn from and relate to and connect with their own life. But for these Conquer kits, there's going to be the Awaken kit. So there's going to be that program, the Awaken one, the Conquer one, and then there's going to be the Biz Success kit as well. So there's going to be those three programs running together. I'm really excited about them,
Oh
and
my goodness.
mm,
And they
yeah,
all just fit so perfectly, even some of the things that we be talking about. And to know what I love as well, and I love watching it happen. When you started the Life Magic Conquer Kit, obviously it was because of your principles and that. And now look how even that's evolving, because we were
mm,
thinking the Conquer Kit was everything evolved, and now that is evolving into
yeah.
it's madness.
It's crazy. So there'll be a simpler version for people, but I walk everyone through the steps and how to, and then the more you do that, the more it just becomes part of you, and you'll just be this walking energy field that you can just
I cannot wait.
anything in your life. We were supposed to start on the 22nd of June, but we're pushed it to the 22nd of July.
Perfect.
So yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking
There's
forward to
no
that.
point. No point starting when I in the middle of my illness.
No, definitely not. I'm sure it'll be all the better than waiting. And oh no, it's just going to be great. I actually am really looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what it is, isn't it? Whenever you do re- gratitude every day, and if you write it down, even if you're in business, you'll have a diary. If you have a journal, get a journal. But if you have it's amazing to look back on.
Yes.
It's like this little journey. What you were grateful for at the beginning of the year. Go, oh my God, I forgot that happened. Or and if you just pull it and just be mindful and write down what you're grateful for.
Well,
But like,
I was chatting to Lisa Strutt today, and we met for a coffee. We had a
yes,
lovely time, and her and I were even talking about journaling, and not necessarily in the concept of gratitude, but we were talking about journaling for the same reasons you're even talking about gratitude, for being able to look back and remember, and then even, you know, you and I are here talking, and we're talking about gratitude, and we have our journals from far back, and it's
yeah,
only that we're able to look back and realize this actually works, because wow, 6 months ago I was grateful for this, and now I have more of it, and
yeah.
it's that's
And
how
one of
you,
the things that's hard to get around gratitude, if you want to manifest using gratitude, yes, be grateful for what you have now, but also be grateful for what you want to attract, but make yourself believe that you have it now. And that's a bit of a hard one
yes,
to get in motion. But and this is how I manifest, Emma. I was like, what's your secret? So that's one of
yes,
my secrets is I actually sit in gratitude and think about what it is like to manifest and to actually be in the moment of when I, sign that big deal, or when I, just all different things. But each one of those are equally as important as the gratitude I have
yeah.
for sitting and hugging my kids on the sofa watching Disney movies. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
just like, they're
It's
all
about
three
feeling
of them.
it too. It's
Oh,
like it's that feeling of being thankful and happy, and
yeah.
sitting in that as well, being grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's Alice. Just meditated to give me more clarity, focus, and help me serve others today.
That's
See?
lovely.
Yeah.
I do that too, Ali. When I was meditating yesterday, it was for peace and clarity. So we're all must be the moon. We're all looking for clarity and things.
Well, speaking of peace, here's peace. Peace
Yay!
is that's powerful, but it is peace. It's a hack, and it's whenever you are mindful of that, because a lot of people think, oh, gratitude is to be, but if you bring gratitude in terms of using it to attract things,
Yeah.
then that's how you have to use it, is to sit in gratitude and make your whole self believe that you're there already. So that's an easy way to do that.
Yeah.
Um, and
That's like
one thing I wanted to,
visualization and
yeah,
gratitude together.
yeah, and just yeah, absolutely, visualization and gratitude together, merge them, and make it happen all the faster.
Power.
One of the things that happened this week, not this week, I was reading last week, was Marianne Williamson's The Law of Love. And Peace, you may be interested to see that, listen to the audio I've put out on Instagram on my Karen Weaver author page. It was all about, she's talking about, many of people aspire to happiness, many people aspire to this, that, and the other. But if we all aspired to peace, because in peace is happiness, is abundance, is everything that we want. When we are at peace in ourselves, everything flows through that energy source and through that. And so if we aspire for peace, we will have everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that kind of just blew my mind a little bit, because it was like, that's a big realization, because I, I would be thinking of it in the terms of happiness and aspire for that. And many people do aspire for happiness, but that's just one single thing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go aspire for peace, whatever that means to you,
Yeah.
whatever all of that encompasses for you, that brings happiness, that brings abundance, that brings everything into the mix. So it's the most abundant kind of thing
Yes.
too.
And people don't realize it, and that's why, like when I was meditating on it last night, that's what it was, peace and clarity. So I mean, it's powerful stuff.
The clarity, yeah, the peace thing is really. And this week, my video and my audios are on reflection,
Oh.
and how to stop and reflect back, because so many people, especially in business, are striving forward. But what people don't realize is that, um, even in business, you go through evolutionary cycles. So
Yeah.
when you come to the end of an evolutionary cycle, it's a time to pause, be put in the recharge battery mode, fill up that fuel tank, But just to stop and reflect, learn, but also recalibrate, because quite often the intentions we've set, and people set big intentions for like 5 years, 10 years, whatever, but sometimes that evolves in itself. But
Yeah.
they don't shift the gears and recalibrate and realign with those intentions and what's aligned for that, or what the universe has in store for you for that. So that's why it's always important to for that period, that pause in between is super. It's so much more. It's just as important as the cycle of evolution, that pause part, because that's where you recharge. That's where you get the clarity. That's where you get all the. It's really important, and so many people don't take that moment to do that, and they strive on to the next cycle, and that's where burnout happens. That's where you go off track. That's where, it's amazing. And I've watched it, I've played with it, I've seen it even in my own
Yeah.
existence. That's why I stop and pause and really put a lot of value on it.
The power of the pause.
The power of pause. Yeah, you should write that book, Emma.
There's an idea.
Yeah.
The
Well,
power
you
of
have
pause.
another few books in you, and we were talking about that, your self book and stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
get there. I'm grateful for that.
Oh my goodness, we are like 26
I
minutes in,
know. I
and
see
it's
that and
like
I was like, oops, we've done it again.
it feels like we only started the conversation, and I think that's because gratitude is just so love
Yeah.
fuel. It's just such a beautiful thing to talk about, to create little bits of awareness and different perspectives on, and it's so much fun being grateful. It's just the best thing you can do.
Oh, I mean, and as you even said in the book, it's free and yet the rewards are like tenfold. So it just makes perfect sense to be grateful or express gratitude in whatever way
Yeah.
works for you.
And just remember the 21-day hack that I talk about all the time. It takes 21 days to create a new habit. So if you do gratitude mindfully for 21 days, it becomes part of your DNA, and your subconscious mind just kicks in and does it for you. Not that you can just be lazy about it, you still have to get grateful. But whenever, like, even if you're in my group and you see the post that says, what are you grateful for today? And you see what everybody else is grateful for, you kind of absorb a bit of that as well,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Totally.
Yeah, and then, but it's funny because last week the posts had stopped posting, and I was getting, hi Karen, have you stopped the gratitude challenge? Because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I haven't seen the posts, and some people don't even post or write underneath the post. They just, whenever they see the
Like,
image, they
see.
think they're grateful for something. They don't even have to stop and type. They just have it.
Yeah.
Isn't it
For
funny? It's
sure, for
crazy.
sure. And it's all about showing up. So whether
Mm,
it looks like, sometimes, I do writing it, and other times you look and you see what somebody else been grateful for, and you be like, that's exactly what I'm
yeah.
grateful for. So you don't always feel the need to write it down, but it works.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it works 100%. And it is just that, it's like that moment. It doesn't
Yeah,
even have to be a minute where you stop and you type, and it's just that moment of
yeah,
just that mindfulness.
totally, totally
Yeah,
agree.
oh, I have to share what Ali said.
No. Weaver boost,
You're
Weaverbird
very
boost.
welcome, Ali.
I know, I love this on a Thursday because my Fridays are always awesome just being in this energy.
There you are. See, Emma's grateful for that. And then it energizes her Friday.
Yeah.
She's like the Energizer Bunny on a
I
Friday.
always usually message you going, this happened, no surprise. It's on a Friday after the energy of Weaverbirds.
Yes, take note, I swear. And you know what it is? Like, I get up at 4:20 to get ready to do this show. And I just get up, I jump out, it's just like, all right,
No
having,
bother.
well, I'm not gonna say it's no bother, but I just get out, just go, oh yeah, I just love this show. So thank you
It's cool.
so much to everyone who joined us, and to Peace and Ali for commenting and keeping the conversation going, and to everyone watching. Thank you so much. Keep being grateful. It makes a lot of sense too, and we would love to hear your gratitude stories. And if you're not a grateful person already, maybe it's time to start embracing gratitude, and have a bit of fun with it and see what it changes in your life. That one moment of gratitude every day, I promise you, will shift something in your life, and you'll start to see the benefits immediately.
For sure.
immediately. It's so fun.
Yes. Yay!
We've
We are
tried it. We
grateful for
know.
you.
Thank you, everyone. See you next week when we're talking about the law of love. Brace
Ooh.
yourself. Brace yourself. It's not the romantic kind either.